Hello Capricorn, this is your love and relationship reading for December 2018, last reading of the year as we head into 2019. Oops, a card fell out. What was it? The Star. So, let's see what else is in store. You have Death. Well, that's an interesting pairing. You have Page of Cups. You have the Chariot. Ace of Pentacles. This will be in the center of your spread. Two of Pentacles. King of Swords reversed. Page of Swords. Queen of Cups. Interesting. Looking at your major arcana, as I said, interesting pairing here. And maybe it's not that weird. You have the Star, which is about hope and optimism. Then you have Death, which is about closure, endings. And keep in mind, many people misinterpret death. Negative connotations about death. But death is not necessarily about endings, or even in relationship readings, necessarily about breakups. Death is about transformation. And I think it's interesting that after the Star, after Death, you have this lovely Page of Cups here. The innocence of a child, renewed hope. And actually this corresponds to the Star, because the Page of Cups is really a minor echo of the Star. The Star is about hope and optimism. You'll note that there's water in the Star. She's got these two jugs of water that balance each other out, that feed each other. An emotional resource. And then you get this childlike innocence and hope, and you can see she's happy. She's not doubting anything. She's not insecure. She's approaching love with not just innocence, but this rebirth. So I think it's interesting that these first three cards, Star, Death, and then the Page of Cups, it's almost as if the Oracle is saying to you, Capricorns, on the other side of death in this transformation is a new beginning, a new relationship. And you have to be optimistic that you'll make it through this change okay. And usually that should be the message of death, that on the other side of death, with the closures and endings, on the other side there's always a new transformation. And in November, when I did your reading, the theme was about breaking free and just walking away. Okay? And so it's interesting that in the center of your spread, you also have this Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles representing the element of Earth, and Earth being your element as well. This is about new beginnings, a new relationship, meeting new people, going out and dating. But if you are in a long-term relationship, it can also mean sort of like a reset, okay? And new opportunities in the relationship as well. So obviously that will play out. But I do think it's significant, Capricorn, that you've got this nice Ace of Pentacles here right in the middle of your spread. And I always like it when you have these nice little parallels here that correspond to your your sign, your astrological sign in your element. So this is some good luck here that you're embarking on a new beginning, and you've made it through death. You walked away. Some of you might have walked away or stood your ground, and you were willing to face, um, having to leave something behind. And so you're coming into November. These are the influences for the month of November from the past. You're coming in with a new sense of optimism. Some of you are like, I'm starting over. I'm excited. And some of you are maybe renewing the romantic energy in your relationship. So it's a rebirth on several levels for you Capricorns. And of course, some of you all have different astrological signs, different charts, So obviously this isn't going to be the same for everybody, but in a general sense, the past influences are all about coming through a transformation and ready to begin again. So after this transformation, it makes sense here that you get your third major arcana card with this Chariot, pushing through obstacles, riding to success. And that is sort of wonderful because it's heading right into this Ace of Pentacles, the card, this good luck, this good opportunity. And then, interestingly enough, this pairing, you have two horses, and then you see the young man juggling two pentacles. When I first saw that, especially after it followed the Ace of Pentacles, I said, you know what? This new beginning might actually be more than you expected. Some of you might be dating two people. And then for some of you with partners, very busy, juggling, making it work. It might mean a little bit of distraction, but with the context of the other cards, you have these very optimistic cards, this go-get-'em attitude with the Star and the Chariot together, and paired with the Ace of Pentacles. That's a wonderful sense of momentum in your relationship. And Capricorns, you're all about making things work, okay? And so, yes, the two horses, the two pentacles, balance and harmony, two people working together. But then when we get to the future, some swords start showing up. And swords represent air, and swords represent, the swords are connected to our psychological, mental aspects. The way we perceive reality. The swords address communication and fears and anxiety, and how we relate to other people in the world, our assumptions and our judgments. So you do have this King of Swords here reversed next to a Page of Swords. Now, when swords are reversed, there is this sense of paranoia and anxiety. When swords are reversed, it means that some of the aspects of our psychological makeup and our mental health come into play here. And so you might need to be careful with this King of Swords with the Page of Swords. Note how the Page of Swords is in a defensive stance here. The Page of Swords is ready to strike, and to strike at petty disagreements and addressing communication issues. You've got this King of Swords reversed where it's not necessarily about one particular person, but an issue in a relationship. I'm feeling this out as an issue in a relationship with manipulation, dishonesty, coming clean. And so when the Page of Swords comes along, these two swords together are telling me that there will be some road bumps up ahead in this new relationship. And it's very easy to get discouraged, Capricorn, because after you've gone through this transformation, putting things to rest, resolving issues, and you're hopeful and you're ready to move forward, and all of a sudden some baggage starts to show up with your partner or your love interest. And you have this Queen of Cups looking towards this King of Swords reversed and this Page of Swords. And she, of course, represents, the cups represent emotions and love. She's open, she's understanding, and you need to be careful because you don't want to be taken advantage of because of your feelings for someone. And so when I look at this Queen of Cups looking towards the King of Swords, I see this Page of Swords between the two as if they're this other person, this partner, might be pushing back against love. I feel like the King of Swords has his sword raised, and then you have a Page of Swords, which seems to be a defensive strike. I feel like in the future, this is the Oracle saying, keep your wits about you, stay that rational, practical Capricorn, that earth sign. But there might be communication issues and some previous baggage that you might need to address, because when a King of Swords is reversed, you can be looking at someone who's not only manipulative and dishonest, but someone who is capable of being arrogant and unkind and even a little cruel. So as I'm feeling this out for some of you Capricorns, things are not always what they seem with a particular person, and you just need to, as I said, keep your practical earth energy around you, okay, and keep your own counsel and take it slow, because of course earth is the pentacles are very slow energy, and keep your options open. That's another thing I'm thinking of right now. Keep options open. I'm writing this down right now. So let me pull your outcome card. So yeah, your last reading for November was about walking away and not tolerating certain BS. And if the situation from November is still ongoing, it feels like the Oracle is saying, you know, there's certain people that you still might not be able to trust. Have a plan B. Bunch of cards fell out here. Have a plan B and just be vigilant. So let's see what we have here. I have a Six of Wands reversed. Delayed victory here. So yes, you've gone through a transformation, and you're hoping to, some of you might be hoping in a relationship to have a reset. So Six of Wands is considered the card of victory and success and recognition. Okay, an accomplishment. But when it's reversed, it just means a delay. Okay, just an obstacle, but you're going to get past it. Sometimes it means not receiving recognition, being ignored. And so I feel like some of you, there's someone that you might have met, or someone that you're giving this person a chance and they're letting you down. That's pretty much how I'm feeling out this Six of Wands. So if there is a significant person of interest in your life, Capricorn, I would suggest for the month of December, as I said, keep your wits about you, and things are not always what they seem, but also keep your options open. Okay, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Even if you're in a long-term relationship, this person, this partner still needs to be accountable and responsible to you. They don't have the right to hurt you for no reason or take things out on you. So I know that this King of Swords reversed might be playing out in different ways, but Just be a little bit aware of some issues that your significant other might be having. Okay? So, that was your reading. And as I've said in the other readings, 2019 yearly predictions are coming up in another week. And at the end of this video, you can always click on your 2018 predictions from last year and compare notes. And I'm only saying that because a couple of you have mentioned, oh yeah, I watched your 2018 and everything you said would happen happened. So I'm very interested to see how my 2018 predictions played out before 2019. So stay tuned. And I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season with people that you love. I hope you feel love. I hope you're experiencing love within and without. And just a big thank you to everyone who has continued to support me this year. Okay, so I will see you in January. As always, I wish you love and light.